Hey everyone, this is Aaron at Aussie Cigar Fan. I actually have another review finally. It's been too long in between cigars for my liking. Today I have the Cain Daytona. This is a 5-inch by 50 gauge cigar. I've never had one before, so this is going to be a fun thing to do. I love trying something new. Straight off the bat, it's got a bit of a stronger smell. Almost sharp if you're being picky. It's a nice darker leaf, but not super dark like a Maduro. Sorry about that, truck. I'm also going to add in little things like the type of cutter I use and so on. This cutter I'm using here is a Cohiba metal cutter. This was given to me free when I bought some cigars once. And it works quite good. It's got a bit of weight in it, which I like, but you can get all different types. Some people, I've even known of people who just simply bite the end, but nah, not for me. But when you're cutting a cigar for the first time, this is for some people who might not be too, see if I can focus this in. Yeah, maybe. Alright, so when you see a cigar, it's got a big leaf that wraps around the outside. It's called a wrapper. And on the end here, it's got the cap. I don't know if you can see in the video or not, but there's like a little bit of a leaf that goes around the top. If you have a close look, you can see where it is. Now it's very important not to cut below that. Always only cut within that top wrap. If you cut below it, then the whole cigar starts to unravel, and it's not very good at all. So when you do cut, let me see if I can do this. I line it up. Actually, my cigar cutter's starting to get a little bit loose and a little bit blunt. So from there, you can see I've still left a little bit of gap here from the cap or the butt, or whatever. And when you do it, just one really short, sharp motion. Bang! Off it goes. And now you're left with that. When you're done, just give it a bit of a test draw. Yep, straight up. It's nice and smooth draw straight away, you know what I mean? So if it's too tight, then you might have to take a little bit more off. Or get a little stick, a little toothpick sometimes work. You might just put a little bit of hole straight through the guts of it. If you find you cut it and it's not cutting completely straight, then that's a sign that your cutter is getting blunt. And if you get like little frayed edges, what I find works is literally just put a little bit of saliva on the end. It's like that's where you're going to be sucking anyway, and that just seems to hold everything down. All right, so sorry, bear with me 1 second. I light mine with a soft flame, like I said last time. This is my Zippo brass. I don't know if I'll be able to light here because of the wind, but we'll see. We'll give it a shot. Alright, so the way I light, I'll take the end cap off, boom, is I actually will hold it here and I'll just heat it up just a little bit. I find this helps, especially with bigger gauge cigars, this helps just searing the end a little bit like this. And when you light a cigar, you'll see the flame sticking up like that. Hold the cigar above the tip of the flame, so you're using the heat, not the direct flame. Rotate it. Simple as that. So you'll see when it's just got the flame and it's got the big puff of flame going off it, that's kind of what you're looking for. Traditionally, you could light this cigars with cigars that come in a metal tube. If you look inside the tube, once you take the cigar out, it's got like a really thin piece of wood inside there, cedar, sometimes something else. You can pull that out and you can unravel it and you tear a piece off, light the end of that piece of thin wood and use that like a match. That's a real traditional way of lighting it. Some people say that the lighters leave some sort of a taste at the very start. Personally, I don't see the difference, but you know, each of their own. Onto the cigar, you know, just a little bit uneven there. Just relight that. There you go. Onto the cigar. First off, it's got like a sharp taste at the back of the throat and on the tongue, so it's probably a little bit more in the area of like what I'd call a medium to full-bodied cigar. It's, like I said at the start when I was smelling it, it's very sharp smelling. Almost, I'd even say almost hints of like citrus of some sort. And I might even go as far as saying like I get like a honey sort of a flavor in there as well. But it definitely leaves like a peppery sort of flavor in the back of your throat as an aftertaste. It's wrapped really well, smells good. I'm pairing it with a glass of Proper 12 whiskey. Proper 12. Give me your belt. and it's it goes quite well. So with something like this, something that's got a sharp citrusy sort of taste, I would put it with something a little bit more strong like the whiskey. If you'd put it with something smoother like a brandy or a coffee even, not really, me personally, I don't really think it's gonna help too much. But anyway, I wouldn't recommend this for first timers. It's probably a little bit too strong. However, I can definitely see the appeal. This one sold for $40 Australian for one. Okay, for a 5x50 cigar, not too bad in Australian standards. In America, again, same thing, about between $5 and $7 US. It translates to about what, 10 to 12, $10 Australian. So again, the average markup for the Australian market seems to be about 4 times, which is absolutely ridiculous. I'm still waiting on a shipment of 4 cigars that I ordered from America about 3 weeks ago. I'm probably expecting another week or 2 left before it arrives. That entire 4 orders, I won't show you what they are because there's one particular that's a pretty special one when they arrive. Those 4 cigars cost me $75 Australian shipped to my door. Now, $75 Australian shipped to you, like with postage included for us in Australian dollars, is exceptional. As long as customs doesn't get a hold of it, because you'll get charged probably the 4 times tax that they add on. But if it can come through, it is very well worth it. Then again, it's a pain in the bum having to wait potentially up to a month for your sticks when there's just a shop down the road that sells them for 4 times the price. So live and let live. We'll see how we go. Great cigar. I'm really enjoying doing the reviews. I'm hoping that I can make more and more. I've been asked to become a potential member of a cigar club that's international. So we'll wait and see what happens with that, and I'll let you know if it does. That being said, a few people do know, like, I'm on work cover at the moment due to an injury and so on. So I can only really afford these things here and there. Very rare. And on average maybe once a month or a fortnight, depending on how we go. However, if someone wants me to do more reviews and stuff like that, and as silly as it sounds, I'm more than willing for anyone, if you feel so inclined, send me a cigar and I'll review it for you. That being said as well, a lot of you already know that I do sketches. If you want a custom sketch, by all means, I will happily accept cigars as a payment for the commission. Just saying. Anyway, stay smoky, everyone, and see you next time.